What's up, everybody?
What's happening, family?
And welcome back to another episode of
Is This Gonna Cause an Argument?
My name is Angel Lakita Moore, also known as Angel Tanksley, also known as That Chick Angel. And I'm one of the hosts of this weekly podcast. I'm joined by the co-host of this podcast, but the number one man in my life, my husband of 14 years. Tell him who you are, babe.
I'm the other host of This Is Gonna Cause an Argument, Marcus Tanksley. Mm-hmm. This is a weekly podcast where we talk about any and everything. A lot of times we argue, just like we was arguing before this. They just try to trigger another argument about being so annoying, but it's all good.
Am I being annoying?
No, not really. But thank you for tuning in. We are joined by our immediate family. That's our Patreon.
Sound like you said media family.
I said immediate family.
Yeah,
that's our Patreon. They are watching us right now. You may hear us talking to them, comment to them. They can skew this conversation in any direction possible.
They could.
Because they are watching us live. They're watching us, and you can also watch us live, record this before all the edits and all that crap if you join our Patreon.
You can join it at www.patreon.com/thatchickangel. We also have 3 sponsors of today's episode. Tell them who they are, baby.
BetterHelp, dear God. EveryPlate.
Plates.
Scribd, Inc.
Yeah, we're here for all of it. We'll tell you more about those sponsors later on in the show. When you support these sponsors, you support this podcast, and we appreciate it. So... oh my gosh, can you believe that we only have how many more podcasts till the end of the year? It's December.
4. 4 and a possible.
Is it how many Wednesdays is in December? How many Wednesdays?
I don't know. Y'all tell us, Patreon. 4 and a possible.
How many Wednesdays in December?
I don't know. It's gonna be 5.
One is gonna be
5.
No, one will be a best of. So we only got 4.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. We only got 4 podcasts left for this month. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Of this year. Forget this month. 2021. We have done...
2020 Junior.
2020 Junior. We did a podcast every single week except for our anniversary.
Yeah. Do they still get a podcast?
They got a podcast for the week because we were going to be gone for over... So there was one week we had off. Why are you leaning back from me?
Your nails is all in my face. Over.
I'm sorry. You can also watch this podcast on my YouTube channel, That Chick Angel TV.
There wasn't nothing to apologize about. I just moved away.
I'm sorry.
See how I just skated right over there?
Today's the first day of Vlogmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So y'all about to, if you are a subscriber of That Chick Angel TV, you're going to get a video every day of the week until Christmas. Every day. So,
yeah.
What we doing?
What you doing? We do a segment, one of 2 segments. We do In My Feelings, where we talk about something that's got us feeling good and something that's talking about us feeling bad or we do Tanksley Pride, and that's a story or a conversation or whatever it is about one of our 4 sons that we have.
Yeah.
We call them the Tanksley Pride. So, which one are we doing?
In My Feelings, I think sounds good. Because you got something that's got you feeling great. It should, hopefully.
Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah.
I'm kicking it to you because I feel like you got something that's got you feeling
as y'all know, I've had back issues in and out. What?
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What?
You dropped out.
Oh, that. So let's talk about 2 things. I've had back issues off and on, and the previous doctor, this all happened basically 2020, April of 2020. Back went to crap. I couldn't walk for 2-3 days. Agonizing pain. Worst thing I've ever dealt with in my life. Anyway, long story short, the doctors I was going to, I think they trash. But they never decided to do any physical therapy. Lo and behold, this year I'm working out, feel a little sting in my back, a little pain. I'm like, all right, I'm not dealing with this no more. Let me just be proactive. So went to another doctor, and he signed me up for physical therapy. And he thinks by doing a couple of months of, maybe even a couple of weeks of physical therapy, he can pretty much annihilate any issues that I have with my back. That's got me feeling great. The other thing that's got me feeling even better. Oh my God. Hey, why ain't I drinking right now?
I don't know. know. That's why I was like,
let me go. You want to pause it?
no, we
What
gonna
time
keep
is it? It's
going.
late enough to drink. I should be drinking right now. I should have champagne, and I'm pouring bourbon in it because champagne is disgusting. Y'all, I dropped out of elementary school. I dropped out of first grade. My sons are finally back in person in school. No more trashy, crappy Los Angeles what is it?
Los Angeles, LAUSD.
No. City of Angels, distance learning. None of that crap, not logging them on, dealing with technical difficulties, doing 19 hours of homework every night that they assign to the parents.
Why are you screaming?
Because that's how excited I am about this. Oh my God. I was sad that I didn't get to go to the bus stop with them, but I was like,
stop yelling.
Hey, deuces. That's what I'm talking about. Next in line is to get Amar into daycare.
Oh,
I don't care. I'll take him to one of the neighbors.
I'll
be back at 3.
I saw daycare not far that I
I
started
don't care where it's at. It could be 9 hours away. I'm gonna drive him to it.
Yes, that has got me feeling good. I got to take the boy. I got to feel like a real mom today. I packed up all my boys in my truck. Got the twins to their bus stop on time.
In my Infinity QX80.
Well, yeah, I couldn't take the Navi because that had to go to physical therapy.
I had to go, not the Navi.
Only bougie people take physical therapy. Non-bougie folk just deal with the pain.
Exactly. That's what I've been dealing with. Call me bougie if you want to. I'm fine with that.
I dropped the twins off to the bus stop. That was great. Then I took little Marcus to school. Me and little Marcus prayed together. We listened to a little gospel. I almost went into praise, went into worship. Of course, the fast gospel music, because that's the only type of stuff that be sending me in. I was like, I'm about to scare all these 7th graders.
Fast gospel music all sound the same to me. It's like 900 songs of the same song.
They don't sound nothing like me.
All the altos sound the same.
I'm telling you, I was in it. I was like, yes, Lord. Yes, Father. So, and then Amar, he did good. He ended up falling back to sleep because what was great is that I woke him up this morning and he woke up in a good mood. He let me dress him.
Yeah, he did the same thing to me yesterday.
Yeah, he let me dress him. He got ready. He ate cereal. The kids got ready fast. Like everything went so smooth. And it's been a while since I've been able to do like mama stuff like that. I'm still heavy mommy in with the schedules, with getting people together, getting meetings scheduled with teachers, getting them enrolled and stuff. I still do that, but like hands-on mommy stuff, I haven't been able to do as much because of the tour. So it's
for the birds. Meeting with these teachers every week. Halftime I forget.
Marcus.
Find out they doing the wrong homework.
That is him.
Teachers giving false information. Teachers getting fired. New ones getting hired.
That's the truth.
Losing good ones. Losing bad ones. Gaining good ones.
It's crazy, but they're going to be in a good class. So that's definitely got me feeling good. And the baby has had the nanny all day. Well, since 9. That's even better. So I was able to have meetings. This is the second podcast I'm shooting. I'm going to be able to edit. It's good to know. This is like a preview of what 2022 is going to look like.
Amar, so this is what's today? Today's Wednesday. Already. So Monday night, Amar went to bed late. Couldn't get him to go stay in bed. I purposefully woke him up early on Tuesday. Walked in his room loud, opened up the blinds, thinking he gonna wake up or still be asleep or wake up all disoriented. When I tell you this boy popped up, smiling, waved at me, literally. Hi, Daddy. I said, hey, good. Thinking, okay, you up early. You gonna go down early tonight.
He's like, that was dumb of you to think that.
Last night, that boy was up. Wide awake.
He was.
Out of bed, walking around looking for us. They didn't scare you. Yes.
When we went to bed sleep?
No, he finally started, stopped crying. I think he finally went to sleep. Mm-hmm. But what time we go to bed?
Oh, yeah, no, he came into the bed with me. Like, he first went downstairs to you, right?
Yeah.
I think you put him up.
Mm-hmm. And he laid down. I was like, okay, he's down for real, for real.
Then he climbed out of.
He didn't cry. He laid down. Before I left, his eyes was closed.
He then got out of his bed and came and got into bed with me. I was upstairs watching The Bachelor, and then I started watching Succession. I fell asleep. What woke me up was he was breaking my plasticware. I was like,
say that.
It's like, it's time for you to go to bed. So put him to bed. So it was late. It was after midnight. He just be going hard.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
He's a whole mess. Okay, what's got you feeling some type of way?
Man, nothing. You know what? No.
I was about to say, we're not going to land on it.
I take, especially when I work out, I take pride in my working out. And one thing that once I matured and started working, I'm sorry, see it hurts, start working my legs, which was years and years ago, a long time ago, like mid-20s. I said, I need to start working on these legs, never skip leg day. So my legs are extremely, they for the way they look, they actually pretty strong. Like right now, I could probably squat 375, no problem, rep it out. It wouldn't be a big deal. Going into physical therapy and then putting your body in certain positions, be like, all right, don't let me move your leg, and my leg going. It's like, yeah, we need to strengthen that. I'm like, what you mean strengthen? So then they bring over, because we ain't really talk. Then they bring over this little thin band, and they're like, yeah, so they got me doing this. I'm like, man, this ain't gonna be nothing, whatever. I'm like, oh, I'm working out for real right now. So I got my little pink rope band. I'm like, y'all don't know me. I'm gonna be killing these workouts. Then I know what to do.
Like, this is not a workout. You're like, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. They say you gotta strengthen it. That's what you're doing.
So you ready when you go back?
I thought they was gonna have me go back tomorrow. I need to talk it over with you. I said Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then I said 9, but I was like, I want to be there at 7. But I don't know. Let me talk it over with you.
Yeah, because that might be difficult for us.
Anyway, what's got you feeling some type of way?
What's got me feeling some type of way is I leave tomorrow to go back on tour. I'm excited to meet the people of Tampa, of Raleigh, of Atlanta. But the thought of packing my suitcase, going to the airport, being on an uncomfortable plane for 5, 6, however many crazy amount of hours. It's already, I don't know if I told you this. I think I have. I be getting headaches on tour.
Yeah, because you're tired.
Because I be so exhausted, and I am not used to having headaches like this. So, like, I was like, what is this? And Mark's like, you are exhausted. And the thing is that I don't feel like I'm going to exhaust myself out on this last leg. But, I have gotten used to being at home, used to being around my schnookums and my kids. So, because I call it just schnookums, what's got me feeling some type of way is, all right, we're getting back. Do we have enough shirts? Merch?
How many? It depends on how many went in for the Black Friday sale.
So but I am excited to do these shows, knock them out, give y'all a good show, and then be done. And excited again to go into the 2022. I am excited. I think I brought it up when we are there, we'll be able to do a little bit of like a business retreat
in Atlanta.
Because it'll just be us. We'll have time to like just focus on, whatever we want to focus on.
Yeah. You got fingernail clippers in here, sorry.
Because I have been having regret that we didn't get to do it last year. Because I really wanted to like have it solid, everything be laid out right. But that just wasn't the case. So, I don't know. This is weird. I'm sorry. We're about to jump into an ad. but it feels as though they wrote the wrong. We're just gonna do it anyway. Amen and amen. Mm-hmm. Our first ad is with BetterHelp. And we've talked about BetterHelp a lot. They are the sponsors of this episode. They are not a crisis line. They're not a self-help line. It is professionally done therapy, done securely online. Okay? They are all about therapeutic matches. So, if for any reason you want to change therapists, they make it easy and free to change your therapist. You'll be matched in under 48 hours, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes it can take months to get a therapist with traditional offline therapy. BetterHelp will assist your needs and match you with your own licensed therapist. They have a broad range of expertise which may not be available locally, and they service clients worldwide. You get timely and thoughtful responses if you send a message to your therapist, and you can do that anytime, any day. Plus, you can schedule weekly video and phone sessions, so you never ever have to wait in an uncomfortable waiting room, as with traditional therapy. Also, BetterHelp is more affordable than offline therapy, and there's also financial aid available. So they're really trying to make you taking your mental health seriously affordable and achievable. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. So visit their website, read some of their testimonials. You don't have to just take our word for it. You can read actual BetterHelp users' testimonials about how great this platform and service is. Visit BetterHelp.com/argue.
Argue.
That's BetterHelp, and join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. This is a special offer for Is This Going to Cause an Argument listeners. Get 10% off your first month at BetterHelp.com/argue.
Argue.
Hey, yeah. And we thank BetterHelp for sponsoring this podcast.
Thank you, BetterHelp.
Yeah, I am really excited about us doing a business retreat. I might try to write something up so that we have clear, intentional goals of what we want to get accomplished during the retreat. Because I want you to feel super duper confident in what you're going to be creating in 2022, so that you can just run off and see what the end's going to be. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo! We got a little special piece of content coming up here soon that I got to edit. I can't wait for y'all to see it. In Patreon, we have a secret piece of content that we're going to show you all that'll never see the light of day.
Never see the light of day outside of y'all.
Because of him.
Ever.
Because of him.
Because of me.
Okay, give them the topic of the day, baby.
So I pulled up this article, and it was what's it called? 30 core disagreements couples encounter. So we probably don't want what?
Wait a minute. You said that you couldn't bring that up on your laptop?
Because I didn't email it to myself. I looked it up on this phone, and I just texted to myself. Don't worry about that. That's neither here nor there. Price of tea in China. We are in Australia. It doesn't matter. So I feel like I feel like we could go down this list and just say if we've encountered something like this, how we dealt with it, or if we were, how do we think we would deal with it?
Tell me what the list is again.
30 core disagreements couples encounter.
This is from Psychology Today.
Yes.
We'll put a link in the show notes as well as on Patreon.
I'll say up front, I actually haven't gone through these. Up front, I want to say probably, because it's said all the time, I think, communication is key. And I think a lot of these could probably be eliminated with communication. But it's said so much that I think it's like just a cliche of, you got to communicate. Right. It just goes in one ear and out the other.
But if communicating to a liar, it don't matter.
Right. That's true. Because a liar going to communicate back and lie.
Okay.
Umble 1, not showing enough love or affection. Yes. Angel is showered.
Oh my God.
With love and affection. Constantly
I am
constantly
showered.
She pushing me away.
I am showered with horniness.
Yeah.
That is not love necessarily.
It is.
No.
I have to love you to be horny with you. Okay?
No, that's a lie.
Hey, that's my core.
Then how many people have you loved? Then that's a lie. That's a lie.
Just you.
Affection is what Marcus's strong suit.
But when it is, I be on top of it.
When you have your moments, you do.
Yeah, because I have gotten to the point to where I will start to recognize. I'm like, this girl needs some more attention. I'll rub her feet, give her a shoulder rub.
He kissed me yesterday while we were live. What?
Here's the thing with Angel though that I have noticed, and she probably gonna disagree with it. When you make something normal and repetitive, she will overlook it.
Why would you care? Would you rather me overlook it or complain about it?
I'd rather you complain about it. So I wait, listen.
Problem.
So I could fix it and then you would appreciate it. Because I feel like it's no longer appreciated. There was one time where I was like, she said, I don't know, you said something like, it was something about the way we talk to each other. And I was like, I call you babe all the time. And you were like, this is in the first house. So this is a long time ago.
Because I didn't think you had a pet name for me.
And I was like, I call you babe all the time.
What?
And you were just like, oh, but because I do it all the time, she's numb to it.
Regardless.
Angel's type, if I were to bring her flowers every week, eventually she'd just be like, all right, you put them over there. Versus when I bring her flowers now, it's, thank you. It's like, okay. So now it's like once every 3-4 months.
No, it's Mother's Day. I couldn't find you nothing but here
well, things been crazy this year and last year. Flowers was dying last year, COVID, and they was dying again this year.
No, but we also had a discussion about, he thought that when I would want affection in public, that it was for other people. And I was like, no, it's for me.
But tell them why I thought that. Because I feel like anytime, if we was in the grocery store, I don't like PDA. It's not my thing. We never really do it that much. Mm-hmm. But anytime if we're in the grocery store, Target or somewhere, and let it be a group of girls standing around, all of a sudden Angel wants a hug and a kiss. Or she wants to be held and she wants to flirt, or not, the flirt ain't a problem, but she wants to do it. I'm like, nah, I said, that's for them. Don't nobody give a shit about them. Excuse me. Don't nobody care about them.
But you saw it as, that's the only time it was happening. That's the only time you would notice.
No, that's the only time it happened.
He's a lie.
Moving on, number 2.
He's a lie. And I was like, no, it's for me. And I said, and second of all, even if I was doing it to stake my claim, what is the issue with that?
Because you should be staking it anyway. We're in the car by ourselves when ain't nobody there to see it.
But I do both. If that was the thing that...
You rarely do it. Oh! Well, maybe it's because I don't like public affection. No, you don't.
I do.
Every now and then.
Marcus, I will walk up to you and be like... And you'll be like... Oh, and it'll be nobody around.
Lies.
Now tell the truth. Do I not do that?
Sometimes you do. Sometimes.
Yes.
All right.
I do it.
But don't act like I don't be giving you no type of affection.
No. I'm saying that was a discussion we had.
Number 2. Can y'all believe this? We only gonna make it to 10. Lack of communication. That's gotten a lot better.
It has.
Because we both had to do some learning on that. But that was learning each other and ourselves.
We still got stuff to work on with that, but we are working on it.
One not paying attention to the other. Paying enough attention to the other. I don't feel like it happens. Do you feel like it happens?
No, I feel like you've complained about me with that. I think an example is when I had left to go to the sound stage. Mm-hmm. And you just wanted me to be here. Your form, now see, Marcus's form of attention and my form of attention are different. Marcus's form of attention is you are in the space, not dealing with other people. I don't necessarily have to be dealing with him. I just need not to be dealing with other people, friends, family in the space. My form of attention is you talking to me, you're interested in me talking to you, even more so than touch. So I misinterpreted him being busy in the house as the potential for me to run over to the studio real quick and participate or get to see my friends do some work. And so he let it be known to me that just me being in the space is important.
Yeah. Being near you.
So that's not giving enough attention. I thought because you were busy, it didn't matter if I was here or not.
It definitely. Just like, it matters.
Mm-hmm. I heard it. I heard you.
Get it together. Not being appreciated.
I think what we've dealt with is
content. Not contentment.
No, I was going to say not fully. I don't want to say this has been a big issue that I've had with you because it's not. It's only been a small. But I do think that sometimes the intention of my actions you can see as just as self-serving, where some of the purpose in the actions that I take are with you in consideration. So you don't know to appreciate the thing that I'm doing, if that makes sense.
I get that. Yeah. I get that. And I think it goes both ways though. Because there's been things I brought up. I'm like, do you even care that I be doing this stuff? And it's like you do, but it's just like you didn't know that you needed to show that you appreciated that stuff because I just automatically would do it.
Yeah. So, TMI, for instance, getting a wax, wow, there is some benefit for me. Most of the reason I'm doing it is because of his preference, not for myself. Granted,
that's a bad example because I show full appreciation. I show full appreciation when that thing is, hey.
No, but
every time you be like, no, I'm like, hey, you shouldn't have done it then.
No, but because if it falls on a self-care day, you might not be thinking, okay, let me make sure Angel has the boys taken care of so she's not worried about that. So that she can go and do this stuff.
But if that's what you're going to do, all you got to do is say it. But hey, I don't want to be bothered for the next 6 hours because this is what I'm going to do. Bet.
That and the only other thing that I would say, but I think because now the shoe's on the other foot, that I don't think it'll ever be a problem ever again, is that, and I know people will probably want me to be more like, oh my God, Marcus, you're doing the fact that you're at home with the boys.
I don't need you to do that. Plenty of other women do that. I'm fine with you not.
I think at one point in time, because Marcus wasn't really understanding the amount, or maybe he was, and he was just like, you dumb for doing it. The amount of work I do for our boys, our sons, with their schooling and everything else, he didn't realize until he started complaining about this year that was my entire 2020, because they were virtual the whole year, that I was literally juggling work and the boys doing virtual school and them doing homework and trying to turn the homework in and all that stuff all of 2020. And so when he was just like, this is ridiculous.
But you gotta admit, the 2021 was much worse than 2020 because they didn't know what they were doing in 2020.
I don't think I would categorize it as worse. I would say it's different. Okay. The only part that I would say is worse is that the teachers are trash, but the workload on me,
because they knew how to do that last system versus nobody knowing what the hell was going on with this new system. Yeah.
The workload was different, but the workload was the same amount of weight is what I would say. But I know one thing that we're doing to release some of that workload is getting this EveryPlate. What you call it, baby?
Plates.
Listen,
Holla at me.
Y'all saw in some video or picture our big old box of EveryPlate.
Yeah, I know a whole bunch of people was like, I see them plates back here in the box.
Plate is up in here. You guys, we were spending way too much money on takeout. I just couldn't fathom how we were spending this much money. It was crazy. And I didn't want to spend it anymore. And I didn't want my kids to, when they rethink of their childhood, when they think of their mother cooking, they're like, yeah, she cooked on the app when she sent the food to the house. So with EveryPlate, I'm able to create home cooked meals. The most important part is actually my kids are always involved. Kai especially loves to help me cook. Little Marcus is really good at helping me cook. Sai's good at eating it. No, Sai actually does the plating. He'll bring out the plates so I can put the food on there and everything. There are so many great things about EveryPlate. One is that it's 50% cheaper than a meal made from the grocery store ingredients. So now is the perfect time to focus on saving money easily, especially with you trying to buy gifts and everything. Listen, save your money. And meal planning can feel like one more item on an endless to-do list. That was the big reason why I was ordering out. Is because I did not have the brain power, the creativity to come up with what am I going to feed my kids tonight. It was just sad. And I promise you, being able to just pull the EveryPlate card out of the box and know this is what we're having for dinner, it's like such a huge load off my shoulders. And I ain't trying to even do this up for the ad. That is truly how I feel. EveryPlate provides easy to follow recipe cards, pre-portioned ingredients, so you can spend less time prepping and cooking and more time enjoying good food with your family. Think of it this way. One meal for EveryPlate is about the same price as 1 cup of coffee and probably cheaper than the pumpkin spice latte. Yeah, it is cheaper than a latte from, the places that I be going to. I also really like the meals. The boys have really been loving them. We do a lot of chicken dishes, some fish dishes.
The food is good, y'all.
The kids be tearing that food up. So this is what we want you to do. Try EveryPlate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE179.
ARGUE179.
Get started with EveryPlate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE179.
ARGUE179.
I'm gonna tell you one more time. Try EveryPlate for just $1.79 per meal by going to everyplate.com and entering code ARGUE179.
ARGUE179.
That's up to $104 value, you guys. Yes, give EveryPlate a try. It's America's best value meal kit. All right.
Thank you, EveryPlate. Moving on. Next up, not being, I don't know, we already did that. Feelings. I don't know what that means. It just says feelings.
Well, I'm always trying to figure out what Marcus is feeling and thinking.
She is.
I'll be like, what's wrong?
She is. And you know what? And that's, we did the Black Love Summit. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was hitting on. Because I know so many married men. This has nothing to do with trust or being open or honest. Like, I'm all of those things with Angel. Mm-hmm. But women come up in a environment to where, a lot of women come up in an environment to where they are taught, or they're in an environment to where they feel comfortable. So they learn how to look at or think about what they're thinking about, or think about how they're feeling, or figure out what the trigger point is of why they're feeling a certain way. Well, a lot of guys didn't get that. And it's like a generally speaking. So I know I was at the Black Love Summit, and I was like, when I tell Angel, like, she was like, what you feeling? I'm like, nothing. Well, you seem like you're in the mood. What's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. It might be something wrong, but I'm not feeling 100%. I don't 100% know what that is though. Mm-hmm. And that's what I was. That's what I was at. I know a lot of people saw like a snippet of that conversation. I thought it was hilarious in the comments. Like, no, dude, no, you need to grow up. I'm like, shut up. This is a marriage that we talking about where everybody's 100% honest and truthful and been married for a really long time, been together for a really long time. So when you're in a relationship like that and a guy be like, I know with Angel, when she's like sees something is wrong, and I'm just like, I guess maybe, and then it might take me a couple weeks. Like,
how often do you feel like it's you don't know versus you don't want to talk about it?
Don't want to talk about it. I don't know. It might be 30, 70. Maybe
30% you don't want to talk about it. 70 you don't know.
Yeah,
that's a high number.
Well, the thing is with the don't want to talk about it is usually nothing that needs to be talked about. Like it could be. I saw this meme. This was a long time ago, and y'all probably seen it too. It's like an ongoing joke, especially like the car and vehicle community, where it's like the two people are laying in bed side by side, and the woman has a journal, and her journal says, he's been really distant. He's not doing this, he's not doing that, not really talkative. He's been moping around. Feel like our relationship is in trouble. It's like this big, long dissertation of what they're feeling. The guy's journal literally says, motorcycle won't start, can't figure out why. And that, like, a lot of times it'd be something that simple where it's just like, hey, what was wrong? I'm not, man. It's about there working in the garage. It's just, and it ain't something that you feel like talking about because, for one, again, I'm not a very talkative. I don't be doing a whole lot of talking.
But I'm not talking about those moments. I'm not talking about moments where you just put words to your feelings right then. It's the motorcycle in the garage. I don't feel like talking about it. I'm talking about moments where it's something that has caused your energy to shift towards me, where you just like, it's nothing.
Oh no, that's definitely not 30%.
Oh, what is that?
That's more like 5-6%.
Is you feel like it's decreased over the years, or do you feel like it's always?
Yeah, it's definitely decreased over the years. Because I've realized, like, if there's something, we've communicated this type of thing where if you don't feel like talking about it, just acknowledge something's wrong and then we won't talk about it. That doesn't work with Angel. Angel will talk about it anyway.
I'm going to talk about my side of it.
She's going to talk about her side. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. So I'd rather say nothing and have her know something's wrong and be mad at me than sit there forced to talk about something that I don't feel like talking about.
That's terrible. I don't like to be lied
because
to.
Angel don't hold up to the agreement as I don't want to talk about it. Okay. But all I was saying, when I grabbed those last groceries, I'm just like...
I think you ain't got to talk about it, but you're going to hear about it. That's all.
See, no. And that's why I'll be like, I don't know nothing. What's wrong with you? Nothing.
Then you should say, that's
nothing
what you
at
should
all.
say. No.
What?
That's what you should say.
No, don't tell me what I should, because you told me what I should say and it still didn't work.
No.
Years ago, she said, just say.
Right.
This is what you should say, Marcus. Just say,
listen,
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen,
and I will
babe.
respect your feelings, babe.
No, really, listen. Are you
I'm
listening?
Mm-hmm.
I still thought I was respecting your feelings by not asking you to chime in. I'm serious. Now you got to be like, I don't want to hear your opinion on it.
But I don't want to talk about it
I'm telling you, I'm not expecting you to talk, but I am going to talk.
And this
listen.
And this is like the difference between me and Angel's like type of conversation. It's like, what color's the pillow? Angel, or me, red. Angel, what color's the pillow? Well, because it's cotton, it has a certain hue versus silk or satin. So when you look at it, it may appear red, but when you put it in the sun, so that's like how in depth Angel would go on a subject versus me. And I'm just like, I don't feel like doing this for the next hour. I don't talk. It's now. So I would be like, nothing. And if I give her nothing, she ain't got nothing to talk about.
No, you don't realize that's only pissing me off.
I know, and I'm fine with that. Because it pisses me off that you still want to talk about it after you told me, just tell me I don't want to talk about it.
That's going to backfire on you, Marcus.
I'm sure it will.
I don't want
it. It has, I'm sure. Stay in trouble.
You got to do better.
All right, that was just feelings. I don't know how we got there. Jealousy.
I don't think it's that bad. Marcus knows what not to do to not have me looking at him cash crazy. And I feel like I know what to do.
Yeah.
When it comes to interacting with people.
Yeah, that's
about
something
success.
we both very cautious and cognizant. We read the room. We read the situation before anything like that. It was like it was one time, I can't even give too much detail because I don't want to put people. I was at an event. It was a birthday party, and I was sitting at a table, and a young lady came to sit at the table with me. We were holding conversations. Eventually, I got up and moved because I'm like, I know it ain't nothing. If Angel saw it, she would know it ain't nothing. But what's everybody around gonna be looking at?
And I'd want to make sure it ain't nothing.
Because she's stupid. Anyway, talking to an ex-girlfriend or boyfriend.
Marcus don't really have exes.
I don't.
I am acquaintances with anybody that I used to call my boyfriend. But like, it's not something, I'm not like, how you been? I was just thinking about you. You crossed my mind. Da 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 da. We're not having those type of conversations. I don't really have the desire to. I only see one in person like every now and again because his wife is close friends with one of my close friends, and he is also close friends with one of our close friends. So I see him, but like we have already became. Like that was so much.
That don't even count.
I had already become like friends with, it was already.
Like.
And then
that was I feel like a certain time period, it don't even matter no more.
It truly doesn't.
Yeah, it don't even matter.
Because
it's like,
I don't have that many exes. You don't have really any. But the only ex I had as an adult woman. I haven't seen him in over a decade. We might cross each other's paths online, but we really don't even.
Yeah, and that's something I wouldn't care about, even though maybe one in a possible that I would run into. It would just be like, oh, what's up? Like, nice seeing you. How's life? Mm-hmm. Good. How's your parents? How's your family? It'd be like more of like a person you used to be friends with. And it's like, all right, man, it's good. Not man, but all right, it's good talking to you. I'll let you later.
There's only one that I might be like, what was that? There's only one. Then he knows who that one is. Then I'd be like,
cross paths with Angel.
The only one that, I don't know who else I cross paths with. I don't know who No, I cross paths with another one of yours.
Girlfriend?
Well, I didn't know you would call any of these people girlfriend. The other one you would consider girlfriend?
I don't know. It's such a short amount of time.
Let's see. That's new. Anyway, that's the one.
It's funny. Being possessive. Yeah, the Angel's extremely possessive.
What do you mean I'm extremely possessive?
You just demonstrated it in this podcast.
No, explain.
It was like I said, I was at the picnic, I was at the thing, and somebody said that, he's like, and I would want to see what was going on over there. Yeah, public affection ain't the only reason, ain't the only time I'd be kissing you in public when somebody's right. Yes, I do that, but that's all possessive. Mine, back up.
Why are you so loud?
I'm sorry.
No, I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't.
All right.
No, really. This is okay. Then you won't have to fess up that you close to it. I had a whole. I'm not saying exactly what you called me on, but you called me to ask me to rectify things that I was doing.
That was being possessive?
Yes, that's very much so.
Well, we both very possessive.
That's why I'm like,
that was one incident out of our relationship versus this is how it is out of our relationship.
What do you mean?
Like I had one moment of being possessive in this moment.
You're saying that you feel like that's your only moment?
Is it not?
No.
All right. Past relationships, it's the same thing. Past relationships.
Yeah, I only got that one. And let me be clear. That past relationship, the reason why I have one person where he doesn't have any person of his people that I'd be like, is because of the overlap.
Yeah. That's why I said that was because it was overlap.
No, you said that's the only when you would cross paths. There was an overlap between, not really, but kind of between me and that person that makes me go, what's good though? He ain't got no overlaps to worry about. Not near one.
That's your fault. You should have stepped up earlier or been a little patient.
You jerk. But listen, before we jump into more of this was a good one. A good article you found. Let me talk about Scribd. And I am pronouncing it right because somebody was like, don't you think it's wrong? They give us the pronunciation. Scribd, like ribbed or fibbed. See, I know how to pronounce our sponsors and I really like them. I use Scribd with little Marcus a lot for his school projects. First, let me tell you what it is. It's instant access to a library, okay? It's like Netflix for books. And what's so great is that sometimes it's really hard to find a really good book or even an audiobook or a podcast. Well, Scribd makes it so easy for you to search through their endless amount of content, and they actually help kind of curate or recommend books that you would like based off of your interests, things that you like, and like other books that you've read. With Scribd, you get access to millions of ebooks, okay, audiobooks and magazines and more. They have really good curated editor's picks and, like I said, smart, they call them smart recommendations. It's based off of your interests, things that you've already read. So it helps when trying to choose something because you know that it's based off of your likes. Also, streaming, that's what we all do. We're streaming this podcast right now, and it's revolutionized our life. And when you're trying to find like something good on TV, you don't sit and just wait through a terrible show to get to a good show. You click off of the bad show to find a good show. That's what streaming is all about, is being able to have what you want when you want it. That is the same thing with books when it comes to Scribd. Instead of standing in line in front of a bookshelf waiting for a title to jump out at you, you can sign up for Scribd. You get instant access to millions of ebooks, audiobooks, and magazines and more with one low monthly subscription. Again, I really like it. When Marcus has book reports, I'm all about you getting a black author, or if it's fiction, it better have a black protagonist in there. Or even if it's an autobiography, you got to write about somebody in the STEM occupations. Who's the person of color we gonna find? Because that's what we writing about. And Scribd makes it so that it is not hard. Where if I were to go to a traditional bookstore, there's a good chance that they're not gonna have what I want for my son to be able to read or get into. Where Scribd makes it so they're like, oh girl, we got all that. Go on ahead and get into it. And if you're the author of a book that's available on Scribd, you would be having access to all these people who have memberships to this app. I mean, it's amazing. Anyways, it's fascinating to have a library at your fingertips for just $9.99. Explore your interests in any format. And Scribd is the largest digital library in the world, right on your favorite device. All right, so this is what we want you to do. Right now, Scribd is offering our listeners a free 60-day trial. Go to tryscribd.com/argue for your free trial. That's try.scribd.com/argue for 60 days of Scribd for free. And we thank Scribd for sponsoring the podcast. I'm going to tell y'all that URL just one more time. try.scribd.com/argue.
Argue.
Thank you, Scribd, for sponsoring the
podcast. Thank you. Moving on. Who we at? Past relationships. Whose friends we hang around more?
Mine.
But that don't cause a problem.
No, I mean that's just
like
because
Angel,
I have more friends.
Yeah, Angel has more friends in California. Saying that's where we live. And by the time I moved out here, I was past the point of making friends. So I didn't really care. And then even when we were in Kentucky, we were most likely going back home to visit. Mm-hmm. And it was like, Angel got her friends, I got my friends. She can go hang with them, I can go hang with mine. Ain't no issues.
Right.
Even some of the people in those groups would be like, why Mark's over here. Why ain't Angel over here? I'd be like, she don't like y'all. But no, so it never was an issue. Housekeeping.
Yes, that's always been a problem.
Always.
I don't keep a clean house. Now, but especially once we had kids,
Yeah.
it wasn't that bad in the apartment. The only problem in the apartment was
Lack of space.
I was about to say, my clothes.
Yeah.
But like the kitchen stayed clean, the living room stayed clean.
Kitchen was the size of this drawer.
The kitchen was tiny, so I wasn't bad prior to adding kids. I wasn't great, but I wasn't bad. Once you added kids, it was, nah. It ain't gonna happen.
That's one of those things where I've had to try to cope with. That's one of my biggest struggles. Like trying to get past I know we, like in the other house before we moved to this one, we would have like housekeepers come by. And I'd always tell Angel, I was like, I'm not paying for a housekeeper unless the house will maintain to be clean. Like habits got to change. But Angel be doing so much, it was just like, where I put this, that's where it's going to be. You know, it's fun. Like we had, this is in the first house. I would come home and I had this laptop case. And I would come home and I would put that laptop, it was like a briefcase or like a messenger bag almost. I would put it on the couch because the couch was like near the front door. Right after you pass the kitchen, I just put it right there on the couch. One day Angel goes, would you stop putting this on the couch because it's in the way? I said, no problem. Never did it again. Do you think have you changed anything that easily for me?
Yes.
You have? Like what?
A lot of things.
Just not just one. I'm just asking for one.
I don't use your sink.
You still be using it sometimes. I can tell because the toothpaste splatters be on it. It don't happen till you come home from tour. All right.
That's because of
fail. Try again.
I don't do my hair at your What?
Fail. Try again.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
So does your hair just float over to my side, to my sink?
Apparently. Because I don't do my hair at your sink. I promise you that.
So last week or the week before, your hair and makeup that was smeared on my sink, that was
Amar.
Oh, okay. So let's, just for craps and giggles, try to give me 2 instead of just the 1.
Okay. You want me to give you 2?
3 fails. Go.
It's not a fail of things you've asked me to do.
Just simple things where I'm like, I don't like this.
What have you asked me to do? Is that what
So y'all get the gist of it.
No. I'm trying to remember what the question was.
The way you asked me to move that, stop putting my briefcase on the couch because it's in the way and you don't like it. And I never did it again. What's something that I've asked you to not to do or something to do to be neater that was in the way that you did just because I asked?
I don't have a water spray bottle in the kitchen.
She's talking about something. Let me tell you, this is a perfect example. I ordered these spray bottles.
I'm in the street.
Nah, we ordered these spray bottles, right? And I put alcohol in them. It's the kind of like continuous spray. Like you squeeze the thing and it sprays for like 5 seconds.
Right.
So I put alcohol in them because we bring groceries. Anything comes to that house, I spray it off. I ordered 4 for that reason. Angel took 2 of them.
Because you said I could.
Shut up.
Did you not say I could?
Shut up. She took 2. Put water in them for her hair. So if you got water in these, they're for your hair, I'm assuming, okay, it should probably be in the bathroom, out of the way. Angel went back on tour. She's gone. I'm ordering food. I'm ordering groceries. I'm doing stuff. Every time I go to pick up to disinfect something that came into this house or my hands, I end up picking up one that has water in it. I know y'all thinking, Marcus, why don't you just label it? Because I shouldn't have to. I go pick up one that has water in it. I'm like, these things both of them have been sitting on this counter for about a week and a half. I open it up, pour the water out, dry them out, put them under the counter because ain't nobody using them. Earlier this week, Angel has a huge problem with that. Why didn't you just tell me that you did that? That was my bad. I forgot. I could rebuttal and say, why is something for your hair
That's not what
on
you
the
said.
kitchen cap?
That's
What?
not how you did it.
How'd I do it? I poured it out and put it under the sink.
No, when I brought it up to you, it was not my bad. I forgot. Don't.
It got there. Yeah, I caught an attitude. You damn right.
I was about to say, don't act
Had a
like
big attitude. You mean them water bottles that was all up in the way, and every time I went to use
yelling
it?
in my
Because
ear.
we need to put up some sound filter in here.
It was still yelling in my ear.
Try to name something else. Can you? Mm-hmm. What?
Hold on, I just had it. Let's stop using your hairbrush.
She stopped using my hairbrush.
I did.
Good job.
I took a lot of the things out of the shower that you didn't want in the shower.
I didn't want nothing in the shower. But you did take a lot out. There's still stuff in there.
There's stuff that I need to use in the shower. I took out the things that I don't. You got something in there too. You got the exfoliator.
That's fine. I ain't talking about that.
But I'm saying you have stuff in the shower. Why can't I have stuff?
All right. I need to take a thing out. I used it once. How you use it?
It's just the stuff in it is just squirted out. You don't need to use the actual applicator because that's for your head, right? You're doing it for.
Oh, you talking about that thing? I thought you was using that.
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. It can come out too. That was just housekeeping. Chores.
I do a lot of chores.
You do chores. We both do chores. It's pretty even cut. That's never been an issue at all.
Jesus, when it comes to those boys, that's me. When it comes to this house, that's you.
And they all 5 of them mess up the house. It's all me. Who does more work?
In what way?
It just says who does more work.
Oh, that's an argument.
That's something we don't. The chores thing, we never. There's never a conversation or argument we have to have, or just even a discussion. The work thing, because we, believe it or not, Angel does say that she doesn't like clutter. So I have noticed when she noticed. Well, she's been gone a lot of times where I sometimes it hits a nerve and I just can't take it anymore, and I'll just start cleaning and throwing stuff away. It's like I black out and I wake up and everything is clean. But she has. I noticed you have. Thought I heard my phone ring. You have taken more consideration into trying to keep stuff clean.
See, you tell me stuff and I do it.
Mm-hmm. Not showing up when supposed to.
Yes. Yes, you know that be.
You be telling me too much stuff though.
We was strong on this week. Marcus being like, I forgot that. Oh,
There'd be a lot of stuff going on. I do. I forgot multiple times.
That's why you got your fancy Samsung. Mm-hmm. Set them reminders.
Google messed up. Is anybody else's Google Calendar messed up?
Is that what it is?
It's not syncing with nothing.
Well, then just use you don't have a reminders thing?
Yeah, I could do that. What you want to do? 1 or 2 more?
Let's do
sharing responsibilities. Is that one?
I mean, sometimes not as much now. Sometimes I be feeling like, especially when it comes to the boys, prior to now, it felt like
I was 90 miles from the house, man. Get out of here.
You weren't always 90 miles from the house.
I was 30 miles from the house. You was right here with them.
Still.
One wants sex more than the other.
Wait a minute. I be across the country still making things happen for them kids. Where Marcus will use any excuse. He'll be like,
man, I can't find my shirt. They'd be all right.
Like Marcus used to be like, I can't work out if the kids are out there, or if I used to take the kids to the gym with me so that I could get a workout in. If I asked Marcus to do the same thing,
because I was coming from work.
Regardless, you remember that one time I brought them to the gym so that you could check them in, and you would have thought I asked this man to shoot his mother the way he was so irritated at me.
And you know what happened during that workout? I got probably 15 minutes into my workout and I got called by the daycare, and they was like, I want them to use the bathroom on themselves and we can't have them stay in here because they have slides and stuff in there. I was like, thank you. And I ended up having to leave the gym.
What do you think happens to me?
That don't be happening to you.
That be the one thing. I feel like he sometimes needs his life not to be inconvenienced by the things he wants to do by them, where I am constantly having to come up with
But you can't say that no more because that ain't been the case.
Okay, and then we'll say in the past then, okay? We say in the past. In the past, I was always trying to come up with ways to make accommodations with my children so that I could do the things I wanted to do as well. And that was not something he was doing. Like I said, I said at the start of this, it's not as much like it is now.
Let me tell y'all what Angel be doing. I had to call her out on it.
What I do?
She would let's say I'm doing something in the garage. Angel will pull into the driveway. It's happened twice so far, but she actually is, even at the other house, it'd be small stuff like that. She would pull into the driveway. She would either park or before she parked, I'd be like, I need you to park on the street because I'm doing something right here. You would have thought I asked Angel to run across the country. I'm like, really?
Because I'm like,
really?
Why ain't
to put it in reverse
on the street?
Because mine is on the other side.
But you could put it on the street
way.
so that I could park there. Marcus does not care about inconveniencing me.
That's the biggest inconvenience. It's like, gotta move. I have to back up and park 10 feet away.
I did it.
Ridiculous.
That's the thing.
Anyway, we're gonna get one more in.
That's the thing. I might be messy and all this other stuff, but I don't purposefully move your stuff to inconvenience you.
I move it to convenience me.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
See?
It shouldn't be in the way. You just said how messy you was.
He moves stuff to convenience himself and inconvenience me.
If you were neat, it wouldn't be inconveniencing you because I could put it where it's supposed to be, but your stuff doesn't have a place. Your stuff doesn't. If it had a place, I would put it in that place.
It was the place where I put it.
No.
Because I know where to go back and get it.
There you go. That's exactly what you're going to know where to find everything now. It's going to be over here in your corner of your office.
I'm going to get you too.
Anyway, fam.
Like it's box. This box ain't just my stuff. This box that's underneath my feet ain't just my stuff.
Let me check. Can I tell you what happened? Can I tell you how that box got there?
I'm not talking so you can do it.
All right, then shut up and let me talk. We were still moving everything into this office. In fact, Angel was going out of town as I was loading up this office. I didn't know who was going to be on which side. I had boxes. I got the boxes out of the way. I didn't pick a side on these. Angel said, hold up. What?
No, you did know. My computer was already set up.
I put your computer over here.
Marcus.
No, you put it over there.
I was about to say.
I didn't put it over there because that was your side. I didn't know if it was going to be permanent or not.
But that be what you be doing.
What's in that box? Let's throw it all away. That's where I'm at.
There's a whole birth certificate in here.
Well, why is it out? Shouldn't that be somewhere safe? But it's not because of her. Hey, thank you for watching this episode.
That same thing. We going to bed. He could have a whole bunch of folded clothes. He will push that stuff
you
on
my
side.
I put my stuff on the floor beside your stuff.
It sometimes be your stuff when I go through it.
There was one time it was my stuff. It was a sock.
Let it be the kid.
This is your stuff.
If it's
this is your. You mean this?
If it's the kids' clothes. If it's the kids' clothes, what do you do?
On your side.
They're your kids too, Marcus.
But why do I push it over there? Angel,
I don't know.
Angel can sleep on a bed of nails. I don't like stuff.
I choose to.
No. Because you are because you choose to be messy. That's why you choose to.
Them clothes be the kids' clothes, and you like they on
But if they your
side.
stuff, do you care? You don't. You can
I
sleep.
do care.
You can sleep under a pile of clothes for 3 months. Like
I be
This Angel ain't there. Y'all think I'm exaggerating. This is I swear on my life. This is exactly.
Be struggling.
My head is the pillow. This is Angel. She goes to lay down one day.
You are so.
And start snoring before her head.
Thank you so much for watching.
Tell the truth.
Another episode of That Chick Angels. Is this going to cause an argument?
Thank y'all for tuning in. We greatly appreciate it. Is this going to cause an argument? I'm the host. Angel's the sub co-host.
Check out our sponsors, BetterHelp, EveryPlate, and
Scribd Inc. See?
Inc. And please join our Patreon. They are at www.patreon.com/thatchickangel. You can follow me at thatchickangel on Instagram and Facebook, and at Angel the Actress on Instagram. You can follow Marcus.
Marcus in on the gram. Marcus in on the book.
And Tank Don't Talk. He ain't. I've uploaded one video or two videos. He ain't uploaded.
Things will be coming to, more stuff will be coming to Tanksley TV on YouTube.
Stop doing that to your knees, silly.
I stopped it.
And that will be all. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss. Give me my kiss. Talk about.
I don't want to talk about it.
A dude gave me a flower that I work with out of the grass. Who was mad?
You damn right.
Possessive.
Fellas, let me know. Ladies, let me know if you came
later.
home with some random dude that gave you a flower. Didn't give nobody else flowers, just her. Sit your ass down somewhere. Anyway, fam, y'all have a good one.
Out of the grass.
Deuces.
A bush.
That chick ain't